And here we go. How's everybody doing today? Dude, it's like, it was literally like 65 degrees outside today. It was nice. It was really nice. Super nice outside. And Wilson Blade 98. 53. Was the weather nice over where you guys are living at right now? It was amazing. Nice. I'm still here. Got nothing to do on a Tuesday night. Dude, today was super busy for me. Super busy at work. Not necessarily stressful, just super busy. I still have a lot of trouble getting up in the morning. It's so bad. I'll show you in a bit. I'm not crazy, just loco. It's an old string that actually was, I actually enjoyed this string back in college. I don't know why it didn't pick up on popularity in all honesty. Man, whew. Busy day today. All right. Whew. Whoops. That's my music scene. There we go. How's the music doing? I'm just doing research on music, my friend. Music is... Hold on. I think I'm going to use FL Studio as my music DAW. So I'm still in the setup for that. Realistically, I probably won't be able to create music for you guys or for myself until I quit my full-time job. So yeah. Hyper-G soft video is good. I finished a script. I realistically won't finish it. I won't be able even to record tonight because I have 5 rackets of string, but I'll get it done tomorrow. Hopefully out to you guys by Thursday. I love jazz. 1, 2, 3. By the way, guys, if you don't know already, this is the Wilson K-Blade. And it was, oh, of course it's not gonna work. Yeah, of course it's frozen. Because my motherboard's an asshole. Damn it. There we go. So, this is the Wilson K-blade. This is the second version of the blade that Wilson ever released, the very first one being the N blade. And the N blade and the K blade back to back are two of probably the greatest rackets ever made, in my opinion, at least for modern players. It's a fantastic racket. Luckily for me, my friend that I got in touch with, I haven't seen this guy in about probably like 5 years. And he's a damn good tennis player. Contacted me, he's like, hey dude, I'm trying to get back into tennis and I heard you really big into YouTube with stringing. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Give me your rackets. Super nice guy too. He's a very successful accountant, doing very well for himself. Ah, oh, sorry, Brock. It's okay. Well, congrats on the win. Congrats on the win. Yeah, K-blade, more like Beyblade. It's all about that Beyblade. Beyblade. Broxistos, how much buey did you do when you won your championship, on your championship match? ADM, I'm probably going to start with lo-fi and then eventually ease into post-rock or just regular rock. But lo-fi, because I have a good amount of use for it. I think you guys would as well. And you know, lo-fi is actually fairly easy to make and compose with some samples. So that's my first venture. Good, Brock. I hope I have inspired you to become a better tennis player. I do not own the Shankcast, but me and Ian, Shankcast is obviously all, you know, it's essential tennis, but the Shankcast video and audio, he gave me permission to publish on my channel, so that's what I've been doing recently. But obviously, you know, he has the actual rights to Shankcast. So are you guys enjoying Shankcast, by the way? I'm wondering. Oh yeah, you guys are free to use my music, whatever music I produce. You guys are free to use it for any music videos, any streaming background music. I actually encourage you to do it. I would never file a copyright strike against you guys. Is there a teacher that teaches a two-handed forehand? Unless Fabrice Santoro or Shea Su Wei started teaching tennis, I don't think so. It's pretty unconventional, Dejan. Yeah, don't worry. More episodes to come. Don't worry. It's a regularly recorded thing. It's just Essential Tennis they're super backed up with content. So it's been nuts, and it's also been like a blessing seeing what Ian and James and Tyler and the rest of his crew, like Matt, do behind the scenes, because obviously, you know, for the most of you guys, you only see like Ian and me and Scott, and me and Scott obviously are not part of Essential Tennis, but and I can speak to this because obviously I run my own YouTube channel. Duh. It's nuts how much work goes behind it with the marketing, the editing. I am playing Subscriber this coming weekend, Big Husky. Don't worry. Yeah, you can shoot your shot. Broxistos. Just don't send her a message at 2 in the morning the night after a party. That sends bad vibes. Yeah, I did, Ethan Ito, I see the guy, is he Japanese or Korean? He's definitely Asian. I think he's South Korean. You could tell he's naturally a righty, but I would never, I think that's not gonna take him far in professional tennis, just because of the switching of the hands, I guess, especially on like serve returns. It's gonna get way too difficult. Yeah, I know, right? No, that's why I made it, and that's why this specific Shankcast that was published today was super close to my heart, because no pros that work in a conventional tennis club can say that, because they would get fired immediately and shunned from the tennis community. For me and Ian and Matt, we don't care if we get shunned from the tennis community, because we don't work at a conventional tennis club. Hell, I teach very few hours a week. I'm a software engineer and apparently a YouTuber now. So I really don't care if I never get asked to work at a local club, unless, you know, obviously it's my dream to own my own tennis club, but, you know, in all honesty, it's kind of weird. It's a little dark for you guys. Let me shine this light a little bit away. Oh no, that's even worse. That's much worse. What am I thinking? Whew. There we go. Right. Maybe if I just blind myself. Let me turn this light on, because this is actually hooked up to a light. Nah. Might be a little bit better, right? Any news on USA sectional/nationals? So I was put as an alternate. I got the email yesterday. So it's kind of weird, I guess, that I was put there, because there definitely is more spots. So, you know, I'm just going to assume that I didn't get it. Jeremy, so you're saying that everybody that plays USTA tennis is either in IT or software. For me, it's either that, IT software, actually the medical field, and sales and accounting. That's, sorry, sales and finance. That's what I've come to kind of realize. And overall engineering too, not just programming, definitely engineering. Sup, Katie? Can I ask where you're located? You're probably in Europe, right? Or Australia. I get the time zones confused all the time. I would never play mixed with my girlfriend. I love her to death, but she is most definitely not a tennis player. I'm not crazy, just loco. I also vowed to myself I would never date a tennis player, just because there's way too much, let's say, expectations dating a tennis player. Don't get me wrong, I'll teach my girlfriend tennis if she wants to, but I would never like date like a somewhat seasoned tennis player. Just yeah, let's say I'll just say I'm not doing that again. It was fun while it lasted, but I'm not doing that again. Thanks, Brock, man. It's okay. I know you're going through a tough time, but you know, one day, you know, hopefully when you're my age, but you know, more successful, you're just gonna look at this and kind of laugh it off. I've been in your situation before. I'm not saying I know exactly what your situation, but I've been in a situation like yours before, my man. So don't worry about it. Why is this? Is it just really dark on my? Okay, so it's actually okay on my monitor. It's just dark on my TV, I think. Got a few swirlies over here. It's okay. That's where my bald spot is eventually gonna be. Time gets us all. Dakness, are you in... Dakness, are you in Europe somewhere? Again, I told you I'm not good with time zones. Katie, I don't know because I haven't played with Natural Gut in like 6 years. I just stay away from Natty Gut. Honolulu, Hawaii. How's the pandemic in Hawaii? They take it very seriously, right, Dakness? Because they are a tourist town, and obviously, you know, you're an island nation, but not by nation, you know, it's definitely a state, but, you know, it's, you're in close proximity, if you know what I mean. All these strings. All right. Ugh. Oh, really? Church is exempt? Huh. Man. Is that true for all of the U.S.? I'm not a religious person. Obviously, that's you guys probably should have known that. I haven't been to church in a very long time. I didn't know churches were exempted. Or is it by is it a state by state thing? What's up, Bedroom Punk? Tuesdays are for the boys. My elbow pain, I don't have elbow pain anymore, Ozturk. I have forearm pain, so it's getting better, but it's definitely still there. To be honest, it's just part of getting old. Maybe if I stop drinking so damn much and actually eat healthy. But we'll see how that goes, right? I've never seen a church that has a tennis court. Maybe if I had, I would be a lot more religious. Obviously, that's a joke. Usually churches have basketballs in like basement gyms for, you know, Fish Fry Fridays for the more Catholic-oriented people, and, you know, church gatherings. And I think they do hold a lot of AA and drug intervention things, which is obviously very helpful for the community. I definitely do appreciate that from churches. But usually churches, yeah, have, you know, basement gyms where they do a lot of things at. Yeah, Jeremy, that could be very true, but like, in all honesty, I have no other way to, you know, test strings. I mean, how else am I going to give you guys my honest feedback on tennis strings to have you guys have good decisions? 1 and 2 singles, dude. You're a 9 UTR in high school. You're a bedroom punk. You're a freaking baller. Dude, just have fun. It's been a weird year, so it's been a weird 12 months, so don't let tennis be another stressor. I'm sure you've got other things going on in your life, along with your parents and, you know, family members. So just use tennis and have fun and do your best. The launch angle of the racket, Jose, yeah, just lie. Yeah, right. The launch angle, like, so for more open string patterns, launch angle is mainly for the ground strokes. Like, the launch angle for a racket or string combination can be significantly higher or lower than normal. So it's kind of like the natural launch angle right after you make contact with the ball for a baseline ground stroke. That's what they mean. How many tennis string reviews do you think I could do if I just straight up lied and just made stuff up to please you guys? In all honesty, like, that's kind of like, I'm not gonna mention any famous online tennis retailers, but I honestly think there are channels out there that have way more subscribers than me just because they're online retailers that kind of just like, they just kind of do that. So I'm not that type of guy. Here's the thing, like, right? I'm a pretty scummy dude. You have to be pretty scummy and or egotistical to make a YouTube channel, nonetheless, a YouTube channel with your name on it. So, oh shit, no, miss you guys. So like, I'm like the opposite of like a good dude, let's put it that way. So, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys on shit that like I actually care about. Yeah. Really, Ozturk? Ozturk, what if I added vodka to that mix? No, the launch angle's in all the strings. It's a string pattern on the racket. That's a big portion of it, in my opinion. I prefer 16 by 19, John Mack. Although 18 by 20 is pretty good. I did enjoy my Wilson Blade 18 by 20. Definitely no regrets there. What 16 8 by 18s are there out there right now, KD? So there's a few Wilsons, or sorry, not Wilsons. There's a few Prince rackets out there, like the Phantom. They're 16 by 18, right? Vodka with cranberry. Isn't that a traditional drink at a bar? Vodka with cranberry? Not gonna lie, it's true. Corona and lime's a really good post-tennis singles match drink, especially on a hot, sweaty, humid summer day in the Midwest. It's a damn good one. Do you guys care if I have another beer? The subscriber actually got 2 beers from me. Kirk Cousins? I haven't paid attention to the NFL in about 2 years. Huh. Codizme, is that a... Man, I do want to play all my subs. I really do. That'd be a fun little circuit around the US and the world. Prince Synergy's 18 by 18. What the hell kind of string pattern is that? Why the hell would you want 18 by 18? All right, another beer. That died quickly. Another one coming up, I guess. Well, this one's about to die too, so unfortunately I didn't do my homework. This stream might be cut short. feel like an asshole. Damn. I did not charge my batteries for you guys. Oh yeah, I prefer counterweight too. Eddie K, I've never needed any regular maintenance. No problems with 2086 tensioner. Very happy with it. Very happy with it. It sometimes slips on like a 17 gauge slick polyester. Other than that, nothing. Nothing really. What's a Turner 300? Is that a standing 6-point mount? Do I string differently? No, I string no matter, I string the same whether I'm on camera or not. Obviously, if I'm off camera, like I'm not, I'm, watching YouTube videos or stuff like that. Any YouTuber, I do want to play, well, first of all, I would love to play Kai Russell from My Tennessee HQ, but I think I would get maybe 4 points total against him if I played an actual singles match, because he used to be top 400 in the world. And then I would love to play Dill Plays, but he would probably beat me because he's an 11.5. No, I think it's 10.5 UTR. He's a step above me UTR-wise. And then I would love to play Coach Goo from Tennis Spin, where I put my spin on your tennis, because he seems like he's a really good player. So yeah. Oh really? He's in Miami right now? That's awesome. Florida, at least in terms of the United States, Florida is fairly open, given the current global situation. So good for him. I'm really wondering how much money Kai Ru makes just for being a hitting partner for people like Naomi Osaka and other professional tennis players. Obviously, I'm not going to ask him that because that's none of my freaking business, but I'm assuming he's doing YouTube just to keep busy. Also, the pandemic and stuff like that. Oh yeah, no, Zhao, like I completely agree. It would just be like one of those things I'd get maybe 4 points a set or entire match if he double faults or if I slap a few winners. But yeah, he's like 3.5 steps above me. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. Well, refresh. So yeah, I mean, I'm scheduling something with Ian and the other Essential Tennis characters that have appeared on his channel to go down to Atlanta and play some of these Tennis Troll characters. That'd be a fun little crossover, right? Tenfitman? I've seen him. I've seen his videos. I've never actually watched Tenfitman. But another really good tennis player, I think he's from England, is Top Tennis Training. I think his name is Simon. He's a big dude. He's built like a truck. But like when I see him like demonstrate like how to hit a forehand even off of the feed, you could tell he slaps that ball. He claps. And you could tell he's classically trained as a professional tennis player, at least in his junior career. So he's another guy I kind of will get in touch with and see if he wants to destroy me on. He plays on a lot of grass, so that's why I'm thinking it's England or somewhere in that part of Europe. Eddie K, the Parnell knot is the best one. I did a video on that. Take a look at it. Well, my Tennis HQ already has like 20K subs. He's doing well. I'm happy for him. Hopefully I'll get there one day. But I think that because of where he is, like obviously he has sponsors or at least like influencers in the with tennis manufacturers. Like he can't criticize manufacturing companies like I can. So I'm kind of in this niche place where I can like chew up. Oh, I messed that up almost. Where I could definitely, I'm good enough to understand, you know, what is good in a string. And given, you know, my background of, you know, business finance and like growing up poor as hell and needing to become like a budget tennis player back when I was actually up until maybe like 4 years ago, where money was actually like an issue before I became a software developer. I needed to learn how to buy smart as a tennis player, which is an expensive sport. Thanks, man. Thanks, Soy78. Yeah, partial knots are good. I don't know how to do it as an ending knot. Regular double knot does it for me. But yeah, thanks for saying that I'll get to 20K subs. It means a lot. I'm a quarter there. Jose the Beast, and also, by the way, like no other tennis YouTube channel streams as regularly as I do. So, you know, what's up, Benwin? I'm hoping you guys are definitely finding some joy and entertainment in this. I use for my matches, who asked that? 4G is, actually, I don't think 4G is a durable string when it comes to polyesters. Let's see, what type of camera do I use, Jose, for my matches? I use the GoPro Hero 8 Black. Like, as a camera itself, it's fucking garbage, excuse my French. It's such horrible quality, but, you know, it gets the job done. And it's able to record at 4K 60 frames per second, which sets my video apart compared to other tennis match plays out there, except for maybe Essential Tennis. So it's funny that, you know, Essential Tennis and I are literally in the same state and only about 10 minutes away, and we have the highest quality match play content, I believe, on YouTube. Tennis Troll is good, don't get me wrong, he's a good YouTuber for match play, but he doesn't have 4K 60 frames per second, at least not yet. I'm hoping he does soon. Ugh. Man, I want to do this right. I was actually quickly... Oh, no, it's gonna run out soon. 1 second. Maybe I can do something. I was gonna say, I was fairly surprised at how quickly this recharged. Did I really just lose my charger on court? Where did I leave my charger? Oh, man. I used the GoPro Hero... Where the hell did my charger go? My Anchor battery charger. Damn it, I left it at work. I use the GoPro Hero 8 Black for my match play footage. For the individuals that were wondering. Man, my life's a mess. Oh, man. Yeah, I hate GoPro. But beggars can't be choosers. Oh, shoot. My team of scientists. You can't see my team of scientists. They're my scientists. Don't poach them. This was to string this like perfectly. This racket was a little bit tricky to string, so that's why I had to kind of redo one of the knots at the end. Yeah, exactly, Ozturk. The GoPro is just garbage quality, but you know, I'd rather damage a $400 GoPro than, you know, a $2,000 camera setup or, you know, a $1,000 phone. So that's why I do it. Man, see how long this one lasts. Or if I resort to my hard mic. He wants Slinkle Hyper G on this. Excellent Savage on this one. Here we go. D-Josh, like, yeah, wireless camera's fantastic, but I'm not gonna break a DSLR. Like, I don't have that capital on a regular basis. This camera, this one that I'm pointing to at blurrily, that's a DSLR. It's a Sony a6600 with a $150 lens, which obviously is not my photography lens, but you know, it's a lens. It does the job done. But like, if a ball hits, if the ball goes a certain way in a tennis match, and if me or my person I'm hitting against is not able to stop it, dude, that's a $1,000 repair. GoPros are meant to be able to take a beating. Yes. Karen, I haven't eaten dinner yet today. That's why I'm like a little bit more buzzed than usual off of, you know, 2 IPAs. I'm pretty hungry. Might order takeout. So if you guys want to fund for my dinner by throwing money at me, I'll dance. Not dance, but I'll be your monkey for a bit. Otherwise, I'll have to use these funds to order takeout. If it's hit hard enough, Skillin, it's not going to stop the ball from doing damage to the camera. That's the issue. Why the hell is this Babla Pure Drive? That is not what I signed it up to be. Now stringing. I don't know why that didn't work earlier. Apologies. Sam said Hungry Boy fun. Thanks, Karen. Try the 1/4 grip, Drake. So I always used to use the 3/8 just because it was a standard, but I actually like the 1/4 a lot better, especially if you want to use like a leather grip and an overgrip underneath it. So because Karen donated $2 to the Sunset Hungry Boy Fund, I'm gonna chug this IPA. Okay, not all of it, but that's gonna hurt. Whew. Advice for serve consistency. You're streaky. Dominant service games followed by 4 double faults. Heath, are you secretly Alexander Zverev? In all honesty, Heath, if I double fault, the next point I serve, I literally hit a second serve for a first serve, just because I don't want to repeat that mistake. That's the honest truth. Obviously, I'm not a big server at all. I'm 5'8", so it is what it is. So for those of you that is not RXSTI or Mark Sanset, RXSTI is a subscriber that met up with me yesterday to drop off his tennis racket that I may or may not string tonight because I might get too drunk, or I might just get way too tired, or I might get too food comatose from whatever I'm gonna buy. So RXSTI is a subscriber whose racket I will be stringing hopefully very soon. Funny enough, he's a cool dude. STI, do you have an STI? Okay, first of all, let's clarify that, because STI is literally like, STI is a medical term for a not so fun part of life. So I hope Subaru doesn't actually have a vehicle called STI. I totally forgot about that. RX STI, you do know that STI, you guys know that STI literally stands for sexually transmitted infection, which was previously called STDs. So why the hell would, that's very unfortunate that Subaru named something like that. Oh, Karen, you know STI too? I didn't know that. Damn. So do you guys play tennis together every now and then? Just curious on that. It's awesome. Nice. Nice. And also, RXSTI was also kind enough to buy me a few beers. So RXSTI, like that $10 payment plus the beers, that's this. Don't Venmo me money. For those of you that have Venmo, feel free to Venmo me money. Yeah, IT Maker 5000 XL. Oh boy, you must be thick AF. Yeah, so if you like the Yonex V-Core 98, but it might be too harsh on your arm, yeah, try like a hybrid setup, in my opinion, with a softer poly, like ISO speed baseline control on the mains, Wilson sensation on the crosses. I don't know who's gonna win Miami, Abby. I actually haven't been keeping up. I've been so freaking busy with work. Normally I keep up with the score line like in between meetings of major matches. For both men's and women's, I just haven't had time. I'm hoping Shea Su Wei wins it. I love that woman. Drake, I have not played with any versions of the Pro Staff in the past 4 renditions, so that's about 8 to 9 years. Yo, Karen, so do you enjoy the Black Knight? Like, was I spot on with the review? Because, like, the guy, one of the owners for T1, like, keeps sliding into my DMs. So, like, he was very grateful for that. Oh, anytime, IT Maker. Anytime. Let me know how that goes for you. Who did Shapovalov lose to? Who the hell is Korda? I've never heard of that person before. Kodizme, it's just a lot of networking. So I guess it's just my sales personality. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's not even about this YouTube channel. I've been stringing for my friends in the Metro Milwaukee area ever since I moved here. So it's just the knowledge that, oh, this guy exists, exists sometimes. He's a pretty decent tennis player, and he knows how to string, and he has access to many machines, and he's willing to give you a lot of advice. So, you know, to be honest, it's not really even like how well you tie knots. It's not necessarily, you know, do you know every single string pattern known to man? It's about customer service and networking. It's all about the people skills. Oh, Hercats? Hercats is up and coming. Good for Hercats. So my thing with Shapovalov is that he's very streaky in non-Grand Slam terms. I don't think he even does well in Grand Slams, not to match his potential. But in these major tournaments that are not Grand Slam, he'll beat, you know, top 4 people. And he has, like Nadal in Toronto, and good for him. But I don't think Shapovalov will ever win a Grand Slam, because he's not good over 5 sets. He's just way too streaky. He could beat anyone on hard court, not even grass or clay. He could beat anyone on hard court in any of these major tournaments, but I don't think he'll ever get to a semi of a Grand Slam. Oh, Karen, thank you, but I'm kind of an asshole. Yeah, Shapo's not consistent. That's exactly what I said, Dylan Pate. I mean, he's got really beautiful strokes. He's got, you know, he's a lefty. He's got the perfect physique for a male tennis player to win Grand Slams, but he just doesn't have the consistency. Does he have the firepower? Absolutely. Does he have the game? Absolutely. He doesn't have the consistency to be able to win a Grand Slam. I actually don't think he'll even win a 1,000 Masters title, in my opinion. Oh, wow. This charge is holding up pretty damn well. What's up, Jonathan Perez? How are you doing, my friend? Okay. Jay, who is also Spring Roll on Discord, because Jay literally called me when I doxed myself. It's whenever you want to make extra money and whenever you're willing to put in the time and effort on learning how to network and learning how to string properly. That's my opinion. Ooh, this one might be a little bit short. Damn it. Okay. Shit. That was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, it was only gripping like this much of the string, and it worked out pretty well. Thank goodness. I almost butchered that. I can see Yannick Sinner winning Miami, not gonna lie. Okay, Jay, honestly, do you want me to talk to your parents? I'd be more than happy to, and like not swear, obviously. I'd be more than happy to talk to your parents about it. Starting clamps are overrated, in my opinion. Her catch. Her cats? Her catch. Thank you for the correction. Her kittens? Her cats? Her cats. What is the cheapest string on Tennis Warehouse, Ethanito? I honestly thought it was ISO-speed baseline control, at least for polys. Oh, man. Is the music playing? The hell? Yeah, it's playing. It was just on a different song. Who's in set? It's because John Isner is an American. USA, USA, USA. What did Michael L ask? I didn't see it. Sorry, it escaped me. I still, actually, you know what? I am thinking about switching to the Black Knight. Not gonna lie. I just have a lot of Slinko Hyper G left, and they're still on my competitive rackets. So once I get enough YouTube money and or donations, I'll probably buy a reel or two of the T1's Black Knight, and I'll buy it at retail. Just because the owner of T1 Black Knight, or one of the owners or founders, whatever, he keeps sliding into my DMs. I'm like, dude, like, I can't take anything from you. Yes, I'm talking to Ian. Like, I like his aggressiveness, but like, you know, I love the guy, but like, he's made a very good decision with the strings, but like, I don't think he understands that I literally do this part-time and I'm grinding myself to the ground. I cannot wait to do this full-time. So I'm on top of my games to deliver you guys better content more often. Probably overall, Michael L, I would probably say Black Knight, not gonna lie. I would say the Black Knight overall. I would say it has the least spin potential, but it does blow the Slinko Confidential and the Slinko Hyper G. It's a step above the Slinko Hyper G and Slinko Confidential, and everything else besides spin potential. Black Knight doesn't have the trampoline effect that the Slinko Confidential has, Benwin. Black Knight string, I think it's $130 a reel. Hey Google, what's 130 divided by 16? Okay Google, what is 130 divided by 16? Are you freaking stupid? Dude!
130 divided by 16 is 8.125.
All right, it's about $8 a packet. Thanks, Ben. Google took a while. Josh, that's a good question. Let's see. I think I would probably do it slightly before 10K subs. Obviously, I wouldn't spend nearly as much on stupid stuff. But for tennis, actually, I think I'm fine equipment-wise, both strings and equipment, like, you know, tennis rackets, tennis shoes. I would probably teach a little bit more tennis, maybe an extra 5 hours a week. I would dig into my savings a little bit if necessary. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But those are actually the only adjustments I would actually make. Probably stop eating out so much. The reason why I eat out so much that you guys know of is because I do want to boost the local economy given the current situation. Because, like, obviously, you know, IT actually not only was not negatively effective, I think IT and technology related jobs actually benefited from this pandemic. But the industry that got hurt the most, in my opinion, was hospitality and food service. So I try to eat out as much as possible within reason to, you know, help boost sales and keep jobs for hostesses, bartenders, waitresses, and cooks. So my moderator is asking, percentage-wise, how much of my coding paycheck do I need to make for YouTube content in order to do full-time coding? Walk us through the maths. Karen, is that with or without digging into my savings? Because that's an important question too, because that is my safety net. So, Karen, is that digging into or not digging into my savings? What's my favorite thing to cook? In all honesty, I love cooking fish and pasta. That's kind of been my thing lately. I do have some Atlantic salmon in my fridge that I'll cook tomorrow before I head into work using sous vide. Sous vide's the bomb. Jose, I'm either a great guy or I'm just freaking lazy. Take your pick. Okay, no savings. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the bills I have on a monthly basis. Because I don't want to say how much I make, but you guys can always Glassdoor salary that. Just based on YouTube ad monetization, and I'm using what I'm making monthly right now for it. Obviously, I don't have Patreon. I don't have YouTube channel memberships or whatever they call it nowadays. I would probably need to make... Let's see. Karen, I would honestly need to make 25% of my current IT salary at least consistently for 3 months from YouTube in order to feel more than comfortable enough or more than entertain the idea enough to do YouTube full time. Keep in mind, when it comes to like my salary, there are things that people really don't think about, like PTO. PTO actually does have a monetary value. Insurance has a monetary value. Other benefits that come with a normal 9-to-5 desk job have a monetary value. But just based on my salary, and it's actually not that high for an IT guy, but my benefits are pretty good. If I could make, I would even say maybe 15% to 25% of my take-home salary of my desk job, I would be stupid to not heavily consider quitting, like at least putting in my 2 weeks notice, because I do like my company. Because I could supplement my lack of cash with teaching more tennis, possibly picking up programming part-time, and obviously making other YouTube channels to supplement it and start doing a business plan of like YouTube memberships or Patreon, whatever I think is best for the community. Yeah, 401k is a big one. Obviously, I used to be a financial advisor for a very big financial institution in the Midwest. So yeah, I definitely think about retirement. But if I were to do YouTube full time, guess what my retirement is? My YouTube channel business. Jay, I charge $10 per racket for service. I think that's a fair price. A lot of my other friends too that have stringers in their house in the Milwaukee area also charge about $10 per racket just for the service. Yeah, theoretically you could, Jay. It's not a problem. I mark up the string price only about 10% above retail. So with the Solinco Hyper G, right? And then I'll be stringing the Solinco Hyper G for my buddy, not the subscriber, but the buddy of mine, because he wanted me to string 3 rackets. He wanted to try the Solinco Hyper G, but he didn't have any. So I'm actually charging him 25 total, 10 for the service and 15 for the Solinco Hyper G. And I think Solinco Hyper G per packet at retail is about $12 a packet. So I'm only charging him, you know, an extra $3. So I think that's fair. And I don't mind doing that because it encourages my clients to purchase their own strings. And in all honesty, about 75% of my clients that I string on a regular basis, they actually have string literally like in my closet, like right over there behind the key light. And I'll show you guys that once I do my once I show you guys my crib in a future YouTube video. So I always say, hey, you should probably buy your own strings to save you some money and just keep it in the stock room back here. I am done with World of Warcraft for the time being for many reasons. The 2 biggest reasons is that there is a content drought, Karen. There's a content drought because a new patch that's significant won't be out until August, which is ridiculous because it came out in November. So that's a 10-month content drought for World of Warcraft, which is owned by and run by Activision Blizzard. There are other video games that I'm thinking about doing, but again, the other big reason other than the content drought is because I want to spend more time. I don't want to say with you guys, obviously that's a big part of it because I don't want to sound schmoozy, but doing YouTube content creation overall because I am behind on, I have been behind on my backlog for about a week and a half. Like for example, the thing with Drew, you know, my student that's an all-court tennis player and he beat me 2-1 on my channel, that was recorded in February. And I kind of felt bad, not because, it's not because like I didn't want to publish it because he beat me like handily and I kind of acted like an asshole, but it's because like I had other things going on. I was juggling way too many things at once. So it's one of those things where like I needed to cut some things out of my life in order to provide quality content for you guys. In all honesty, I'm extremely passionate about YouTube and this career path that I've kind of set myself on. So I needed to cut some things out in my life. And the next thing up on the chopping block, yeah, was World of Warcraft. ISO speed control versus ISO speed baseline control. IT Maker 5000 XL, I think the only difference is the gauge. I think they're the same material. Nathan Kwan, I will not try the Solinco Tour by Diamond and Rough because I am afraid for my elbow and my forearm. Thinner is always better unless it's durability, correct. I would say I was an important one, but I'm not the cornerstone. Don't get me wrong, I was entertaining as hell because I have the same personality in my World of Warcraft raids on Discord. Obviously, I wouldn't do a World of Warcraft raid on my Discord, but I was entertaining as hell, but they'll survive without me. All right, Megamind, let's keep this PG 12.5, please. That'd be great. Freeze, you're saying Diamond Rough is softer than normal Tour Bite? Dude, that's not saying much. That's why I'm afraid to try it. Justin Sioshi, are you saying that you think I might lose against Ian on his revenge match against me? Justin Chiyoshi has no faith in me. Should I be offended? Nice job, Zane, my friend. Nice job. I have not used Miami string, but just like a lot of string manufacturers, dude, the owner from Miami Strings, he's sliding in really thirstily in my DMs on Instagram. So I will review it eventually, but like, people need to understand that they need to wait in line because I'm a busy dude. Carlo, thanks for showing up, man. It would very much surprise me if Ian didn't challenge me in a revenge match in the near future. Let's put it that way. And by the way, we don't have anything scheduled, but I'd be surprised if he didn't schedule something with me soon. Oh yeah, Ian is hitting well, I would say. He's been practicing pretty well. Cole, let's see. I'd never placed in my high school tournament for high school state. Never placed. I only qualified twice, once as a sophomore, once as a senior. Sophomore year was for singles. I lost in the first round. And then I lost. Yeah, I think I lost in the back draw as well. I lost, so I was out because it's in Illinois. It's double elimination. And then I think in my sophomore year or my senior year, I'm trying to think. We lost the first round, and I think we won 3 rounds in the back draw before losing again. We lost in the first round to the eventual finalist, and we were the closest match up until I think the quarterfinals. I think we were top 32 in the doubles draw if you play out the back draw according to ATP and USTA standards, I think. It's been a while though. Yeah, those are memories, man. Oh yeah, Ben Win, I will do a gaming channel. It's just a matter of, you know, the big question is what game? And I'm actually thinking about New World, which is an Amazon published and developed game. And funny enough, my buddies that I play World of Warcraft with, Chris and Brian, Brian is actually a moderator on this channel in my Discord. He's eyeing New World pretty hardcore as well, and so is Chris. So I'll have friends going into the fray of that video game. So yeah, I'm excited. Trev J, obviously I'm not a medical doctor, so don't take my medical advice, but if I was a doctor, which I'm not, stretch more. Stretch more, my friend. But Valheim is not like an MMORPG. I like MMORPGs. In case you haven't noticed, I'm actually kind of a social guy. And I like trolling people, which is another big reason why I made this channel. Don't get me wrong, Valheim is a good game from what I heard, but it's not my cup of tea. Perfect. I will never be on Twitch. I don't think Twitch is the future of any type of streaming platform. I've done my research and I stand by it. YouTube Live is definitely the way to go. Ah, Lacoste shoes. Aren't you guys excited that I bought the Lacoste shoes? They should be here by the end of the week. We'll see how they go. See you, Karen. Thanks for hanging out. Jose the Beast, I suggest you don't use the EZO 98 as a racket. It's going to give you arm problems. Assuming you're a 4.0 or higher, it's going to give you arm problems the next 4 to 6 months. That's my opinion. Try something soft. I would actually say hybrid it, in my opinion. Jose the Beast, oh sorry, Trev J. In all honesty, dude, see a doctor. I'm not trying to diagnose you on a live stream. I would actually say, yeah, see a doctor. Solenko rackets. They're back in the racket business, Noob Nation. They made rackets back in the day. I didn't know they're back on that train. Whew. Oh yeah, they're stupid expensive. They took out the crossout text because if you watch my live stream replay, when I shared my screen, the crossout text is like $199.95. And now they don't have that anymore. I think they're eyeing me a little bit. Oh yeah, old blades they're fantastic, my friend. Love me some of the old blades. Man, this guy's got a lot of savage left. So he wants Slinko Hyper G on this. Good for him. Have I played against obese players at 4-5? I don't know. I never walked up to an opponent and said, hey, medically speaking, are you technically obese? In all honesty, they wouldn't last too long against me. Top 4 strings right now. Selenko Confidential. Oh, sorry. Top 4 strings Megamind. Does that include price or does that not include price? Are you talking about value versus value with performance or just performance altogether? That's very important. By the way, I got to use the bathroom, so I'm going to put myself on mute because it's not that type of YouTube channel. Unless you want it to be. Plus, I need more beer. Test. Oh. Test. It's working. I was consulting my team of scientists, which is why the door is closed. Dude, it's not a number 2. Chill out. Jose the Beast, I believe they're different rackets. I believe they're different rackets. Oh, all right. Weird one. Yeah, more IPA. Patrick Mullner, take your time on those crosses. Make sure they don't notch, but take your time. It's not about speed. Trust me, if it was about speed, let me show you what I would do if everything was about speed for stringing, okay? Okay, if stringing was truly about speed, this is what I would be doing, literally, every single time I'd be stringing a racket. All right, you guys should be able to hear me. Another recharge. Top 3 performance strings without price. T1 Black Knight, Solinco Hyper G. And I'm torn between the Solinco Confidential and the Technifiber Razor Code. Okay, but importantly, did you hear me bleh when I did this thing with the rackets? Harris Fox, you're on timeout. You know what you did. Pure Arrow for 100. Should be skeptical. You should always be skeptical. I mean, what cut? Were you? Joke ruined? All right. I mean, it depends on where you're getting it from, in my opinion. Good idea to start USTA tournaments as a teenager. Yeah, you should. In my opinion, you should be starting the USTA tournament circuit before you're a teenager. I would say like 10 or even 12. Boy! 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 All right, you guys got the joke now? E-Zone AI 98 string recommendations. Well, what do you use in your current racket, Jose the Beast? I need to know that first. Try the Black Knight if you like that. I would actually say, and again, I'm not sponsored. I've been kind of putting off the owner of the T1 tennis strings just because I'm so freaking busy right now. If you guys like polyesters, seriously, try a packet of T1 Black Knight. Again, I'm saying that, not sponsored, but seriously, try it. Oh yeah, this string looks sexy on this blade. Top 3 best rackets right now? It depends on what you want, Cole. That's a... That's like saying, you know, what's your favorite car right now? I don't know. I don't know what cars you've driven. It really depends on what you want, man. Oh, John Silseth. So this is, guys in chat, this is actually John Silseth's racket that I'm stringing right now, actually the past 2 rackets. John, this is the last of the 3 that you gave me, just letting you know. Top 3 for me. K-Factor 90, Pro Staff. Wilson Encode 95, 16x18. And the K-Blade 93 are my 3 favorite rackets of all time. My favorite car right now? Tesla Model S or my Mercedes C300. Top 3 value poly. T1 Black Knight, ISO speed baseline control. What's the 3rd one on that list? Huh. I would actually say the Hyper-G. I know it's the most expensive of the 3 I mentioned, but it's still a damn good poly. Yeah, K90 really. I think it's a beautiful piece of work. Coupe or sedan? Oh, dude, coupe all the way. What do you think? I have kids? No, I'm too selfish. Coupe all the way. I have a C300 coupe, 2017. Okay, Marcelo, you're on timeout. You know what you did. Oh yeah. K90 was legit. It honestly played like a 95. It had a pretty big sweet spot. Played like a 95 square inch. But it was incredibly hard to play defense on that racket. It was just way too hard for me. Oscar Narula, I've never played with the Wilson Sensation Spin, so I don't have any opinion. How often do I string my personal racket? When I break strings. Unless this is my playtest racket, I play until it breaks. Oh shit. There we go. So, can I flex on you guys just a little bit? Is that okay? Veer Coley, it's in the backlog for the Radical Pro review to come out. Dude, I have so much in the backlog to do. I'm sorry, like I'm trying to balance my life best I can. Top view value multi-filament for comfort and control from Refresh 35. Print synthetic gut with Duraflex and Wilson Sensation are my top two for comfort and control. Obviously, comfort is more sensation, a little more expensive. More value oriented is a print synthetic gut with Duraflex. 3. There's just something. So I'm talking with some former professional tennis players that were ranked like really high in ATP and WTA, and some that are like currently in that stratosphere. Every time I get a text from one of those pros or former pros, and I need you guys to keep me in check, but every time they literally text me or email me, my head just inflates just a little bit more. Oh my God. It's just like, it's amazing because like, here's the thing. Dude, I'm a 5'8" burnout that is like a good 4-5 NTRP tennis player. I'm a software developer, and the only reason, this is my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, the only reason you guys are watching me is that I kind of have an asshole personality. I have almost no shame, almost. And I learned how to pick up how to make YouTube videos, like editing and scripting and all of that. And I'm decent in front of a camera. And these people that were literally or are literally the top tennis players in the world are reaching out to me. It's freaking phenomenal. It's just like, oh my God. I feel like I have too much power sometimes. I've never hit with an encode 90 Marcelo Barros. My UTR currently right now, Luke the Stacker, is 9.24, I believe. I used to be at 10.5, but I think that was before the number crunch. I think UTR did a number crunch the past, I think 3 years ago. Thanks, Oscar Narula. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're here. I really am. I can't say who, Aaron Ritchie. I can't say who. I got to go through my comments. It's starting to get big. I try to respond to every single comment possible, but I know after a certain time, you know, it's kind of impossible to do that. I don't know how Essential Tennis still does it. Ian from Essential Tennis, he goes through like 90% of his comments and responds. Good for him, man. Wait, Soy78, you really found me on forum string reviews? Was it from the ISOSpeed baseline control? Bro! OCG223. You've got an H22? Ooh, you and I should grab a beer together. You and I should grab a beer. I'm referring, Veracoli, I'm referring to that and more than that. Because I am in not close contact, I'm in contact with other higher ups, if you know what I mean. How the hell do I buy an H22? I'm just curious. Luke the Slacker. My previous racket of choice was the Wilson V7 98 18 by 20. It was a good. It's a damn good racket. It's a damn good racket. I don't know if you use a 16 by 19 or 18 by 20, but the 18 by 20 is a damn good racket from Wilson V7 blade. You like the anchor nut? Thanks, PLRN Zoo. Glad you enjoyed. Chat. Is this too close and personal for you? Apparently, that is how you make a good anchor nut. Right? Here. Don't mind my cuticles. My fingers are butt nasty. So apologies for that. Steve Steele, white string and red string. I have no idea what that is, my friend. I do not get a good deal on Slinko reels because I am unsponsored and I refuse to take any discount. I only buy through retail. But yes, the green is pretty sexy on this racket with this Slinko Hyper-G, is it not? Right, chat? I'm still up. Hey, Kodizme, do you have any NyQuil in your cabinet? Give it to your parents. Footwork is important. For my national bid, I was placed on an alternate list, which is kind of weird. So I don't know how to feel about that. So yeah, I technically didn't make it, but I think some people are going to drop out. So who knows? Still technically in the running. Ben Win, I am most definitely not single. I appreciate that question, but no, I'm not. Am I getting paid for this? Yes, I am getting paid for this. I am getting paid for stringing tennis rackets. Absolutely. John Lund Smith, I've never hit with the Yonex E-Zone 100, so I have no comment on that. Well, if the Slinko Hyper-G was black, how would people know that you're hitting with a Slinko Hyper-G, right? That's like half the fun in a bright colored string like this. Like, oh, Mark plays with a Slinko Hyper-G. He must be a Chad. It's distinction. No, Ben Wynn, I don't think the Slinko Hyper-G in black would be this, like, I honestly think, not just the color, Hyper-G and Confidential are two very different strings, even though they're both polys and they're both four-sided. They're two very different strings. Okay, why is someone mentioning me 4 times? All right. And funny enough, one of the people that I'm talking to that is like higher up, we're grabbing beers as soon as this whole pandemic thing is over and said and done. Tony Vo, when I weave, why do you do a V shape? I guess that's how I was taught. You know, obviously when you're weaving, like you don't want it to be in the same place, especially when you're pulling it, because of the notching. So the way I do it. Oh, this camera's better. It's like this. When I pull the tension, I lock it like that. And then when I weave, I want to go like this because if it's the same place, especially for a polyester, especially for a shape polyester, it's going to cut through the mains. So that's why I do it this way. Jason Wang, be careful, my friend. Brock Cisos, if you want control, put the tension higher. That's the rule of thumb. Toss a new Lacoste shoes. They're incredibly expensive, but Raj Cool 13, they're coming in 2 days. So I will be reviewing them on top of other tennis equipment. So don't you worry. Aaron Ritchie, you're playing most exhausting tennis player on ET Ship? Awesome, man. Let me know how that goes. I want to see that. Please record it when you do play him. Oh, you playing. Maybe or maybe not. It depends on our schedule. Ming Dady, my Lacoste shoes arrive, I think in 2 days, I believe. Steve Steele, I have not played with the Wilson PS97 V13, so I have no comment on that. Yeah, so Bruce Ree. So Ashes of Creation and New World are 2 of the MMORPGs I'll probably be following hardcore. Because when I do quit my full-time job, I will be making a gaming channel just to diversify my assets. And also because I'm a huge fucking nerd. So it's going to... It's up there. I just don't know what's gonna release because Amazon's New World, which is Amazon's video game, is going to be out supposedly in August. Ashes of Creation doesn't have a set release date yet. So maybe Bruce Reed, did they have a big announcement on Ashes of Creation's like release date? I'm curious. See ya, Kadizme. Have a good one. My heaviest setup ever. The K Factor 90. Back as a sophomore in college. That was a thick setup. Hey Tor, I do play WoW, but I think I really am gonna quit. We had a big raid tonight. We raid Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I'd rather just spend time with you guys and do YouTube stuff. So, yeah. Or Rainfred Romero, I mean, Schwartzman is thick as hell. He's a grinder. He strikes the ball pretty well. Perfect weight transfer, and he's dangerous on the return game. So, you know, I just wish he volleyed, I guess. But obviously, you know, he's a clay court specialist, so volleying is not exactly his repertoire. So yeah, that's my opinion on Schwartzman. Yeah, I saw that interview with Asmongold. Asmongold did not only an interview, kind of a playthrough. So a little skeptical on Ashes of Creation. Funny enough, Amazon's New World has had a lot more transparency and publicity, in my opinion, than Ashes of Creation. So it's a little bit more public. I know, right? Thanks, Ming Deity. I make every single one of you try to feel special best I can. My favorite pro players, Fabrice Santoro on the ATP side, and then Shea Su Wei on the WTA side. Oh, yeah. I love everything about Dimitrov, Dylan Pate. I love everything about Dimitrov, minus the fact that he's never going to win a Grand Slam. And I don't like his hairline because it's escaping him faster than his chances of winning a Grand Slam singles title. I think this blade is about 5 or 6 years old, Ming Deity. 5 or 6. No. Maybe 7 or 8. 7 or 8. I have no idea who Sebi Korda is. Like, I have never heard of the last name Korda until this stream. Enlighten me. Kyrgios will not win a major, Aaron Ritchie. He will not. John Lon Smith, I would say Justine Henin has better technique. Dropping the string tension is always a good idea, Benwin. Always good. Always a good option. Never heard of Peter Koda, Ming Deity. Never. Francesco Mancuso, you know why Kyrgios is aging faster than ever? What else is he gonna do on a Sunday night? He doesn't have a fam. Bro, where's your fam? What is he gonna do on a Sunday night? There's 52 Sunday nights every year. What's Kyrgios gonna do? Connor Semino, Verbi Santoro, everything. No one thinks of Sloane Stephens anymore because she's not consistent. Ben Egan, 46-year-old on a Pure Aero, Hyper-G or Confidential. I highly suggest you think about getting a hybrid setup, my friend. Save your elbow some surgery. I do want to collab with Kairu. That'd be great. He was a I thought he was a 35. I didn't know Jack Sock was a 32. Did Marcus Giron play #1 and Kairu played 2 at UCLA? I keep on forgetting Marc Giron is American. It sounds very Spanish or South American with the last name. My favorite player to watch outside the top 50, Ernest Gulbis. My God. Love me some Lord Gulbis. All hail Lord Gulbis. Oh my God, I gotta use the bathroom again. This is your guys's. This is your guys' fault. Your guys' fault. Man. Muted. Muted. Oh god, you guys are still here? It is Lord Galbus. Who's Mac Mac? Oh, McDonald. Mackie McDonald, yeah. Alright. Chefs. Mwah. I think he's only 5'10". If me and Mackie McDonald ever got into a bar fight, I think I could take him. He would destroy me on the tennis court. And I would never fight him in a bar, but this is a theoretical thing in my back of my head. I think I could take him. By the way, 69 concurrent views. Nice. Oh, Dylan Doge, I think it's a fucking travesty. It's horrible, man. It's completely misleading marketing. Absolutely misleading. Yeah, they run through me. They run through me. This is not working. I don't know, Broxystos, about the best string machine. I've been happy with this Gamma, but I got it on the cheap. Former student of mine sold it used in very good condition. And I was able to modify it to still make it really freaking good. So yeah, I got a little bit lucky. Pro tennis player shot. Huh. Dylan Pate. I would. It's a good one. Just one shot. Fabrice Santoro's forehand. It's magical. Yeah, erotic serve. Hopefully not his frickin' hairline. Wouldn't that be a dream? Ugh. So, can I show you guys something with stringing? So with stringing, and I caught myself for this, you never want to cross. It's kind of a hard angle to see. But you never want to cross, see this bottom one right here? It crosses to go above this one and go in. That's normally a bad idea. Actually, it is a bad idea. So let me show you how to do it. So thankfully, I figured that out right before I tied the final knot. But you should never, and again, don't take this the wrong way, you should never cross strings like that. Here's a better way to do it. Here. I didn't cross strings. They're parallel with each other. They don't actually cross, right? Man, it doesn't focus. Guess that's a little better. There's two strings here, but they don't cross. Here, they do cross. It's a little bit hard to see because it's kind of at an angle next to this mounting piece, but they do cross. You don't want to. So let me show you how it should look like. Well, that's why I said, like, don't take this the wrong way. Just, you guys are pervs. Seriously, I need to order food. Otherwise, I'm going to be hangry the rest of the night. God damn. Ugh. So what happened to JJ Wolf? Because he was #1 at Ohio State. He decided to turn pro. Didn't find the best success. I think he got to the round like 3 or 4 of US Open a few years ago. What the hell happened with him? I'm always up for American tennis players, but what exactly happened to JJ Wolf? I mean, he's not a big guy either. He's only 6 feet tall, only. But he's a skinny dude, so I'm wondering what happened to him. I wouldn't use a double knot. I would use a Parnell knot, in my opinion. Chalupa is typically my go-to for Taco Bell. Dylan Pate. So this one is under. All right. Man, I wish this mount wasn't here. I could show you guys easier. But going under is the best way to go. Is it an injury? Damn. Yeah, Cult Tennis is, let's say he's doing well. He knows his shit. I wish I could be like him one day. Not there yet though. Not yet. We'll see. Lowest tension I ever played when I played the K Factor 90. When I was a sophomore in college. 47 pounds. That was hybrided with Alu Power and Wilson Sensation. 90 pounds. Or sorry, not 90 pounds. K Factor 90 at 47 pounds. Felt good. Felt pretty good. Okay, if he has branches for legs, what are mine? Be honest. Are these branches? Let me know. What's up, Cam? Bue! Bue! Yeah, what a rec player. I'm hoping someone recruits Donald Young on their 4-5 state league team. He needs a confidence booster. But then again, 4-5 might be too high for him, given his mental stability. Finally. Favorite AT player to watch? Someone that's retired, Fabrice Santoro. Someone that's not retired, Lord Gulbis. The one and only. Noah Rubin, he doesn't have the talent. You know, he'll make the second or third round of Grand Slams, but he doesn't have the firepower. He's a good guy. I know his backstory. Very humble beginnings, but yeah, nothing to make an impact, unfortunately. What should I order? Freaking hungry. Yeah, so Tiafo had a immigrant father from, was it Cambodia or somewhere in Africa, right? Humble beginnings, good guy. I mean, that's what American dreams are made of. You come from a not good background, and you make something yourself. Personally, do I think he's ever going to win a Grand Slam? Probably not. But he still did a damn good job doing well with what he was given to him. Good for him. E-Zone Tour? No, never played with it. Z4MX, I've never paid $20 just for stringing, but also that depends on where you live. You know what I mean? Cambodia? Ming Data, I thought Cambodia was in Africa. Might have misspoken. Sorry, I meant to say Cameroon. I meant to say Cameroon. I apologize. Let's see, he grew up in Maryland. Ah, he's from Sierra Leone. Apologies. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna order Jet's Pizza. Jets is fire. New York style. New York style. The big foe himself. Oh, damn. How often do I string? Depends on the season. What's up, Nicholas Vela? Cam's got those dollar bills, y'all. Man, my fingers hurt. Phase 31887. It's technically not illegal, so whatever works, right, my friend? It's been a long day. Long day. How heavy is his racket? I didn't hear the specs on his current setup. Hey Google, turn off my office TV, please.
Sure, turning off this TV off.
Cam, thanks for being a fanboy. Hopefully I saved you some money on strings, right? Eubanks, he's older than Tiafo. So I don't know how much his talent's going to be. He's a little bit too tall to win a Grand Slam. Movement's an issue. He's more of a serve and volleyer, isn't he? Of course, it's frozen. That's a tough one. Josh, glad to hear you like ISO speed baseline control. Glad I got to save you some money. I don't know. I think the women's game is a little bit more streaky. Is that the best way to put it? Than men's, especially at the Grand Slam level. Don't get me wrong. I mean, American women's tennis is Serena Williams. They got up-and-comers like Sophia Kenin. But it's just a different game, I think. I'll have to consult with not only my team of scientists, but some of the higher-ups I'm in close cahoots with. For tennis purposes, all of the countries, my friend. All of them. I've got a lot to do before I kick the bucket. A lot to do. So many things to do, so little time. Current next-gen player, I don't think any next-gen player is going to win more than 5 slams in their lifetime. That's my opinion. Yeah, I'm planning on getting the shot soon. Don't worry. That is something that is on my list. All right, guys, I'm headed out. Today was a really long day. Really, really long day. So if you guys haven't already, hit like, considering subscribe. And if you guys haven't gotten an answer from me on this YouTube channel, or sorry, YouTube stream, leave a comment down section below or get on my Discord. That'll help you out there. So I actually might be streaming tomorrow depending on my work schedule, because I've got an interview, and I'm not gonna say with who, but I've got an interview with someone tomorrow, pretty high up. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. So as always, guys, happy hitting.